good morning, Rebels. I'm in a slightly different place today. I feel like I'm sat on here having some kind of school photo or mugshot taken, which I'm finding most amusing, and it's because the hubby's decided to work from home today, so I'm sort of feels like I'm relegated downstairs and just listening to the rain actually again sort of lashing against the windows. So a different format, a different place. And actually, I think the last time I talked about journaling, I was in exactly the same place as before. But I wanted to jump on today and talk a little bit about journaling. And for me, it's all about a real powerful tool to kind of get out of your head. So this is my 9th day of lives today, and it's a really great way to help you to quit the 9-to-5 strategy and get your thoughts down on paper. So that's what we're going to do today. So if you're hurtling in on your daily commute, pull out your diary again, have pen and paper to hand, and off we will go. So as I said, probably up until a couple of years ago, I didn't use journaling, but once I left corporate 9-to-5, I've really turned it into something I do daily. I call it a sort of daily non-negotiable, and it's part of my self-care routine. And I think when I heard about it, 2.5 years ago, people were saying, "Oh, you need to do journaling," and I was kind of a bit, crikey, I've not really got time for that. I'm too busy. But yeah, realizing it was a way of getting lots of thoughts, quite analytical thoughts that are going on around in your head, actually down on paper. And actually, when I did it, getting out of my head, as I called it, became a really powerful exercise. Now I get it, and I felt it for me, is that, crikey, if I commit some things to paper, there was that fear, that apprehension of what might come up. And actually, when I read it back, and I don't always read it back, sometimes I read it back a couple of days later, was I actually going to like it, what I actually saw, what I actually read? But you know what, after a while, the penny dropped, and I just realized how cathartic it was for me, really, to see what's going on for your thoughts and emotions down on paper. So sometimes, and I just journaled this morning, sometimes it just comes out as bullets, which kind of still takes me back to corporate world, that I'm writing things down in sort of bullet summary form. Other times, the text can be quite, free flowing. But I think my point in terms of it being all about quitting the 9-to-5 and planning your strategy is that I have found it as a great way to release blocks, those sort of mindset shifts, those mindset blocks. Also importantly, to generate some creativity with ideas for my business, and to be able to dream big with no, restriction, just having a blank piece of paper and going with it. And what it does shift you back to feeling more aligned and being in flow, and it kind of keeps you on track. And that really helps when you're considering and planning that exit strategy. And for me, it really connected me back to my core as that sort of rebel, wanting to unleash that rebel in me. So it really set me up for the day. You know what, as well, when I do journal, I kind of see it with curiosity to see what's coming up for me. That's just not about what's coming up in my working life, but in my personal life as well. And once you start to think about it that way, it feels more tempting, more interesting to actually get those thoughts down on paper. And you know what, just recently I've had some health issues as well, and actually not just about getting my business thoughts, my working thoughts down on paper, but it's helped to just look at what's going on for me personally as well. So it's a bit like lifting the lid on those thoughts, feelings and emotions, but you can look at them with a sense of curiosity. So I guess the tip for today is give journaling a try if you don't already do, and treat it as a non-negotiable for your day. So I'm just wondering if you can start to make it as part of your self-care routine, as you're maybe going in to work on your daily commute. And it doesn't have to be at the beginning of the day, it can be at the middle of the day, it can be the end of the day, to really tap in, explore, challenge, and kind of release, if you like, that inner conversation that's going on for you. And I'm sure it will kind of lift the lid on all those thoughts and feelings you have about leaving corporate life. And I think what's important is there's no right or wrong to journaling. It's whatever, feels right for you. You can just jot down a few words, you can draw some pictures, you can be creative, whatever feels right for you. So before I drop off today, I kind of wanted to get you started, if you've not done journaling before, and just give you a number of journaling questions. So in no particular order, in kind of no particular theme, here it goes. So first question is, it's all about what we've spoken about before, is daring to dream. So if I gave you permission to be, to do, to have, what would that look like? So if you have permission now to be, to do, to have, what would that look like? And then kind of quite a fundamental question, who are you at your core? Who are you in your heart? Who are you in your soul? Sort of stripping back that corporate lifestyle, and who are you at your core? And if you like, would the real you, almost like, please stand up now, and who would that real you look like? So who do you represent in the present, in your personal and working life? Not who you are now in corporate life, but who you are as the real you. And are you choosing to play certain roles today? We've talked about that before in terms of going into corporate life. Are you being that authentic you? Are you being the real you? So what roles are you choosing to play today over what you truly feel deep down, and see what comes up for you? And the final one is to be able to visualize your future self. So what is she like? What is she doing? How is she behaving? Is she different to the you that's showing up now in corporate world? So some thoughts for today, a tool, a tip, a technique that can really help you, as I said, to get out of your head, to really be aware of what's going on for you in your corporate role at the moment, and really, if you like, to lay bare some of those sort of mindset blocks, those mindset shifts that you need to make in order to, plan that exit strategy of yours. So that's it for me today. I'm going to be back tomorrow, 8 o'clock actually tomorrow morning. I think last week I was 5:30 in the evening, and I'm going to be talking all about taking a break, which might seem a bit strange. Taking a break in a sense of things that you can do or start to change in your day-to-day life, both personal and working life, that starts to kind of shift, if you like, that routine of being in corporate world. And I say that taking a break because I'm going to be taking a break next week, because I'm going to be on holiday. My intention very much was to still do the Facebook Lives, but I'm become more and more aware that I am going to be in Welsh Wales in the middle of nowhere, so the likelihood of me getting a connection is going to be very, very slim. So tomorrow is all about taking a break, so tune in tomorrow at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I'll speak to you then. In the meantime, have a great Thursday. Given the weather, it may not be miserable where you are, but have a great Thursday, and I will talk to you soon. Take care. Bye for now.